Welcome to another recap. This is for January 4th, second service. So what you will see this, I'm going to show you like a multi-view. I don't know if some of you guys have seen like a recording of a multi-view with comms in it, so you will actually hear the comms. They don't sound super awesome. Those particular comms, they don't transfer really well as far as, I don't know, audio. There's so many frequency missing in those particular comms. I mean, bang for the buck, they're great, but for recording comms, it's not the best. But anyway, that being said, I mean, you can still hear. So just before we get into like everything else, I've created name tags, like separate name tags for Kirsten and for Andy, and then I've actually I've done a swap as well. So if Kirsten and Andy actually come onto the stage in different positions, we actually have a name tag. We've got a double name tag for them too, so we can see that. And also, like I said, I think I'm going to put those lower thirds, especially the names. I'm going to put that into the multi-view so we can actually see if it's live or not. I think I'll do the bottom right because we don't need camera control over there as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, and then. So also to use those name tags, it's not a hard and fast rule. It's not like you have to use the singles or whatever it is. It's the option. I would like you guys to experiment with it in the first service, but anyway, that being said, we'll get kind of more into that. Camera 3, I mean, we've tweaked a few things with the cameras. Camera 3 is obviously it's a different camera. It's a studio camera. It's not like the Urshas and stuff like that. And those things are really battling with light. So you can actually see I didn't even use it in this on the second service. I got to try and figure something out. Maybe with the camera control unit, I can kind of fudge things a little bit. I'm going to see if I can do that. I'm going to try and come in later this week and see if I can do that because it's not doing anything for the service. Excuse me. And also, yeah, anyway, I'll let you know. So for now, so for the 9 a.m. service, technical directors who are scheduled, I'm wanting you to call the service. I'm not going to really get involved too much in that. Obviously, we'll make sure that everything's like working. And then, because I want you guys to start using the terminology that I sent out in that email, those kind of things, and also what you hear me saying on this, because we need to have consistency across the board, because otherwise for camera operators, presenter, whatever it is, it gets confusing then if we're not using the correct language. So listen, so those of you who are going to be TDs or are TDs, listen to the way I'm calling it, and then follow suit. If you have questions, let me know. So as we're getting into this multi-view, you will also see, if you see the way that I'm doing it, so we come into the service, I guess.
Good morning, everyone.
Okay.
Welcome
Okay,
to church.
so
Would you
resolve
stand
to,
with
okay,
us?
we're in 2. Okay, stand by for
My name's
1.
Brian. I'm the worship
Ready on
pastor
1,
here.
let's
We're
take
excited
1.
to sing with you. Let's sing under the
Okay, let's
Lord.
put his name up. Okay, hold the name for a little bit there. Okay, lose the name. Let's put the other DSK up for lyrics. Thank you.
I'm not sure the way it is. Off the top of my head, I'm thinking the first DSK is names and the second one is lyrics. I'll just make sure it actually is like it. If it's not, I'll make it like that, just so that it's kind of, that's the first thing that we do, and then it's the second thing we do. So that we know, we're making sure we're not going to put like the name up again in case we forget to deselect on presenter, which of course I'm still going to try and work on getting the computer 1 network with computer 3 so that we can fire off names and even scripture. So it may not be there this weekend, but that's something I'm working on. So as we get into the service, you'll notice the way that I am constructing shots. I am trying to create contrast with camera shots. Like you will notice, for the most part, I am not going from a close-up to a close-up. Because I'm trying to juxtapose my shots, from a close-up to a medium or to a wide or something like that, whatever it is. And because otherwise, in essence, we're just doing the same shot twice, which it doesn't creatively. It's not the best choice, I feel. So I want you guys to start. I want you to start thinking about that, start utilizing that as well, and yeah. And then also, that being said, we're listening for the transitions in the song. So listening when they're singing, Brian, Ashley, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting some of the names, but where we're listening to the nuances and the transitions in the lyrics and the vocals and in what's happening with the verse, chorus, and all that kind of stuff. So We are changing shots, and this is not a hard and fast rule, but I want us to try and get there, is we're listening for when there's a changing something, then we actually change a camera. Does it always need to happen? No, it doesn't. I even try and do that during the message. The message is, of course, very tricky to do that, but hey. So just listening to the music and then learning where to hold on a shot. Like especially when they bring the music down and then you're holding on a particular shot, especially if it's like, slow one, it's more like worshipful. It's just more tender or whatever it is. We can hold on shots. And then also talking back on the comms, I know it's so funny because the comms, they talk about a party line. That's when you have like A, B, C, D, maybe channels or whatever it is. But anyway, I'm understanding right now that the camera operators you're trying to figure out what is needed, and so you're asking stuff, which it's fine for now. Moving ahead, weeks, months, whatever it is. By the time, because if you're asking about stuff, then we're actually too late on the shot. But I understand for now, and I'm not raining in your parade. So we need to just think. Okay, so if you're camera one, you get a close up, ECU or whatever it is, extreme close up. Then the next time I come to you, just loosen the shot up. Loosen it up. Give me like a single, but a wider single, like to as wide as you can possibly get it without it getting kind of weird with everyone else like kind of bleeding into it, and then just changing it up. And then also just doing. The more we start to do this, the more we start to practice, I'm going to start trusting you guys that you are getting the right shots. So if I see, like, for instance, Brian is leading and there's a vocalist next to him, that you guys, that camera one, as an example, will pick up. If I see that you're on that, this is moving ahead. I'm going to think you know what you're going to do, and so I will take the shot. And then hopefully that you're going to do something with it. You're going to create a two-shot. I mean, I don't know if you're going to create. Well, you're probably not going to create a two-shot with that, but maybe you're going to pan over or something like that. And like also, if some of you haven't watched that other video, which is a whopper of a song, because they put I think they maybe put a few songs together, and they just I'm not sure it's like 14 or 16 minutes long. It is quite a doozy, but there are things to learn in that. Like you'll see like a camera one, he will actually. Like stage left, you'll pick up a vocalist and you'll pan all the way across to lead vocals. I mean, and it's stuff like that I want us to obviously get into, and that's going to take practice. And so I'm not expecting you to get to that this weekend or even the next. I mean, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a few weeks or months. But that being said, the whole thing with talking back on comms. If you really are stuck, then of course communicate. Otherwise, just camera two, if you're on a wider shot, or camera four, whatever it is. Just look for different shots. Just look for interesting things. And it needs to be interesting. Like, for instance, I guess this kind of leads me, this is where it is in some ways a bit tricky calling cameras, the production from inside the building with the way it is. We're not... Someone like myself who is used to sitting in a control room where I have reference speakers and I can hear the clarity of what is happening musically, because that's what directs me in some ways as far as what I'm going to get. Like if you see, remember in the other video, once again make reference to it, the one that was like 16 minutes long, the electric guitar featured a great deal in that. Now I was sitting in the control room and I could hear that. Of course, it was pre-planned. I mean, there were certain instruments that I knew needed to be, like up in the mix. But once again, the sound person is obviously responsible for that, because if you're listening to it in the house or whatever it is, or you're seeing that depending on what's happening musically, that the electric guitar is actually doing something like ornamental, then obviously we need to feature that both on camera and musically in the live stream and in the house. So that's where it is a bit more tricky. That has kind of been hard for me, to be very honest, like trying to figure out musically what shot I need to take, because I'm trying to listen, because that's why, like, even camera 4, like you're taking, because past weekend I think it was like you pick up I don't know, a bass player, electric player, and I'm like, I'm not hearing them. So I'm like, and it doesn't look like a very interesting shot to me, so I'm like, I don't want to take it, and I am thinking of that maybe the TDs, and if I call as well, I may be putting like an earpiece in and just cranking it so I can actually hear the mix more, more. Because I need to know, because obviously the people at home, they may be hearing something that we're not hearing over there. Have you thought about that? So you're switching, and we're not featuring maybe electric or bass or drums or whatever it is, or keys, and these guys are thinking, oh my word, this guy's doing like this amazing solo, and we're not hearing it. Has that occurred to you guys? That's why a control room situation helps, but anyway, it's not happening right now. But that's the method to the madness. I hope that makes sense. If you have questions, let me know. Yeah, so camera operators, moving ahead, you become responsible for your own shots, but you have to obviously learn. There's a learning curve. You're going to have to, I'm going to be teaching you as we go along. So it's fine. It's all good. So the more we do this, the more we practice, and then once we move into the whole cinema verite thing with the movement, it's going to become a lot more fun. And once we can get the zoom things to work on the cameras, not the little thing, the little strange little button thing where I can get those toggle switches to move. Hopefully that'll help us, even on camera one. Anyway, that's the hope. So also, like when it comes to the live stream, I was just listening to it before I came on camera, and something I would like the drums featured more, the level to be increased in the mix. The snare actually sounds pretty decent. The kick could, it could be louder, it could be a little bit more fat. But I think that I'm not crazy about cymbals being really loud. But the drums they sound nice, but I just feel like the level's it's not up enough. And then also the vocals, I feel like the vocals on the live stream, the vocals are a little bit loud. They're a little bit up. They could come down a bit. And then also for sound, is there a way that we could actually, I don't know, because obviously I know it's tricky. One person trying to do, house and trying to do live stream. I wouldn't want to be you. So, but if we could, I'm not sure how the pre-post fader thing works as far as if you're doing, if you're taking down levels in the house and how that affects the live stream. I'm not quite sure how that console, the logic is set up for that. But the backup vocals, I feel like they're a bit loud when the lead is on. So sometimes not so much with Brian, but anyway, how can we fix that? I'm not going to put up like the whole of this multi-view up there. Because it's more a teaching tool, so you can actually just see how the whole puzzle comes together, how it is. And once again, like I said, is that the thing I'm wanting the technical directors to be doing is using camera to tell a story. The people at home, whether they know it or not, or whether they want it or not, it's like watching a TV show or a movie. Obviously it's different, but you're telling something. You're taking people on a journey. You're piecing things together live. Once again, not the easiest thing to do. Mistakes are going to be made. I make mistakes all the time. I have made mistakes. I made mistakes like years ago. I still make them now. Is a production going to be flawless? No ways. Don't expect it. It's not going to happen. It doesn't actually matter that it doesn't happen. As long as we don't have train wrecks, it's okay. We have to make mistakes to learn, and I'm all for that. Are there sometimes technical things we can do to make it better? Sure, we can. Creative things, yes. So listen to how the calls are going, and make sure camera ops. Make sure that you can hear properly. If you need to, comms are really important, and that was one of the things that I used to do all the time when I ran productions. It's like a comm check was like paramount, because those things don't work, then we are guessing the whole way through. And I've been on productions where comms have failed like 5 minutes before showtime. And oh my word. We've pulled out cell phones. We've done all kinds of strange things. So comms are really important as far as communication. Also something just moving ahead. Like after a while of doing this, you need to decide to some extent, like what camera position actually works more for you. I would like us to be all kind of flexible. There is a difference between someone who's doing like camera 1 and camera 2. But that being said, though, I would like to know if you do favor a camera. That is helpful. As long as everyone's not wanting to be on 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever it is. 5, of course, we want to bring that in, But So your positions as well. Like if you are, because like some of you guys are doing everything, which is wonderful in some regards, but it's not the best thing to be doing. Like when I ran things, I had like 2 stage managers, like when I did like stuff for churches, and that was it, and these guys would alternate. That's all they did. They were just stage managers. They actually knew how to troubleshoot camera stuff. They knew camera, but all they did was stage management, and they could troubleshoot some other things too. So think about what you guys, where's your sweet spot? Because I don't want you to be unhappy in where you are. Like if you are in prepositioning, you don't really think, oh gosh, this sucks, I don't want to be doing this. I actually rather be doing something else. I want to become a TD or want to become a camera op, or, then even sound is a real journey. If you want to transition to sound, the learning curve is steep. I mean, obviously being a really good TD, I mean, that's steep as well. It's not as steep in some respects as sound. There are just so many things with sound that can crash and burn. I'm not trying to dissuade you. I'm just saying it's a journey. To become good at anything, you got to spend the time. I mean, for us to be really proficient at camera, it's going to take a while. Because like some of those guys you saw on that other video as well, where the things that they were doing, those guys they were good. They've been doing that for a while, and they were just bringing it on. Did you guys also notice that? I mean, I'm not really sure why it is, because I mean that particular church. I mean, I know that we had we actually ran between 5 to 7 cameras depending on what we were doing, but there was only 3 cameras on that particular song, for lack of better words. But did you see how many different angles and positions, how many different looks we created with just 3 cameras? If you need to, go and watch that again and just have a look, because that's actually quite something if you think about it. Like people are always just thinking, oh, we need more cameras. Really? Well, what are you going to do with them? Sometimes less is more. It's like less than 3 cameras really makes life very challenging, I'll be honest. Especially if you are not, creating dynamic shots. So yeah, and there's other things I want to work on as well. I want to train people. Okay, so moving ahead to, I'm looking for people who can interview people who are good on camera, who seem to have their personality. They want to give it a try out. I mean, we can actually do tryouts or whatever it is, who can actually have like a mic, like a wireless mic, who can walk around, it's linked to the camera, and then interview people. It's something, moving ahead that we want to try, like maybe pre-service or whenever, post-service or however it works. And then also being a camera op for that, you can do like a shoulder mount, like a bigger camera than the one that you guys have over there. Yeah, so things like that as well, like stage management. So just think of, the kind of roles that you guys would like to, fill and be in. Yeah, just let me know. So, yeah, thank you once again. And if you have any questions or you put things in the comment section or whatever, talk to me. Thank you once again for your time and commitment. You guys are doing awesome.
Okay, give me like an ECU on 1, extreme close up on 1, quick, camera 1. Ready on 1, take 1. 4, give me something else, camera 2. Ready on 2, take 2. Holding in 2. Lose the headroom on 1, Ready on 1, take 1. Stand up for 4. Okay, holding, stand up 4. Okay, take 4. Okay, actually go to 5, stand up 5. Let's take 5. Okay, stand up for 1. Give me Brian on 4 as well, ready on 1, stand by. Actually, one more stand. Okay, take 1. Okay, holding in 1. Okay, who's singing this one now? Ashley. Okay, 4, give me Ashley. Actually, we're going to have to go to 2 first. Give me stand by 2. Okay, just go to 6. Stand by 6, take 6. Okay, 4, hold that. Okay, ready on 1, take 1. Okay, we're probably going to use drums a little bit on this one, a bit more. Okay, holding in 1, yeah, 4. Just pan a little bit across to your left on 4 quickly. Yeah, there we go. Stand by for 6. No, 6, stand by for 6. Okay, video on 6. Just take 6. Stand by for 4. Video on 4, take 4. Holding in 4. We may come back to 6, but depending. Let me just see how this is going to go. Okay, video on 6 is take 6. Actually, that didn't work. That's too bad. Stand by for 1. No, 1. Stand by 1. Video on 1 is take 1. Stand by 2. Ready 2, take 2. Can we push on 1, please? Push on 1. Ready 1 is take 1. Stand by for 4. 2, hold that shot. Ready on 4, take 4. Let's look at 6. Let me just see. Take 6. This is a stand by for 2. Take 2. Stand by 1. Well, let's just see where this goes. Stand by 6. Go to 6. Go to 6. We're going to hold that. I like what's happening over there. Push on, Ken. Actually, 4. Go back to vocal, please. Push on, push. Go tight. Stand by 4. Okay, take 1. Oh, take 4. Take 4. We're gonna hold in 4 a little bit here. Stand by for 2. Take 2. Stand by for 1. Take 1. Stand by 4. Take 4. Stand by for 6. Take 6. Stand by 1. Ready 1, take 1. Stand by 2. Take 2. Let's go back to 6. Stand by 6. Take 6. Stand by 4. Take 4. Stand by 6 again. Take 6. Stand by 1. Ready 1, take 1. Stand by for 2. Take 2. Stand by 6. Ready on 6, take 6. Stand by 4. Take 4. Stand by to go back to 1. Holding in 4 a little bit here. Actually, let's just see where this goes. Take 1. Stand by for 2. Take 2. Watch the headroom on 1. Just tilt down a bit on 1. Actually, put 6 in preview. Let me just see if it's gonna. No, okay, it didn't. Nothing. Okay.